A Legacy of Heroes. The Story of Bataan and Corregidor is a documentary produced by the Philippine Department of National Defense and the Philippine Veterans Affairs Office. It recounts the bravery and sacrifices of Filipino and American soldiers during World War II. Particularly in the battles of Bataan and Corregidor, these events mark some of the most critical and tragic moments in the Pacific theater of the war. The documentary begins with the Japanese invasion of the Philippines following their attack on Pearl Harbor in December 1941. The Philippines, then a U.S. Commonwealth, became a strategic battleground as it stood as the first line of defense against Japanese expansion into Southeast Asia. General Douglas MacArthur led the United States Army forces in the Far East, combining Filipino and American forces to defend against the Japanese 14th Army under General Masahiro Homo. The Battle of Bataan, January 7 to April 9, 1942, was a grueling campaign where Allied forces, despite being poorly equipped and outnumbered, delayed Japanese advances for months. This resistance disrupted Japan's plans for rapid conquest in the Pacific, but came at a heavy cost. The eventual surrender led to the infamous Bataan Death March, where approximately 76,000 Filipinos and American prisoners of war were forced to march over 100 kilometers under brutal conditions, resulting in thousands of deaths. Corregidor Island, known as the Rock, served as the last Allied stronghold in the Philippines. Despite relentless Japanese bombardment, defenders held out until May 6, 1942, when they were forced to surrender after months of resistance. These battles highlighted extraordinary courage, but also underscored the devastating consequences of war. So, one of the saddest events is the Battle of Bataan. Commander-in-Chief of the U.S. General Douglas MacArthur combined on his Luzon-based units to defend Bataan against the Japanese 14th Army, commanded by Pacific General Masahiro Homo, which delayed and cost the Japanese Empire their valuable time and prevented immediate victory across the Pacific, which resulted to a sad history because of its terrible consequences, as both soldiers of Filipino and American lost a lot of lives as they sacrificed their selves for their motherland and Philippines.